Have you ever imagined something so many times in your mind that after a few years, when it actually happens, you suddenly remember, wait, I used to think the same exact thing. This has happened with me. And honestly, this is one of the reason I started believing the power of subconscious mind. Hello, welcome back to the Improving Communication series on Let's Speak and Sign. I am Dhiren Kumar and this is the day 3. So today I want to talk about something that has had a real impact on my life. The power of subconscious mind, visualization and belief. So a long time ago when I was studying, I read a book called The Power of Subconscious Mind. I don't remember every chapter, and to be honest, at that age probably I didn't understand everything properly either. But the one thing really stayed in my mind. The basic idea was that if you keep thinking about something, if you keep believing in something, your mind slowly start moving that direction. And after reading that book, I started visualizing things a lot. Actually, when before reading the book, I already had one dream. I wanted to become a software engineer, and there's a funny reason behind it. When I was younger, I watched a movie Paycheck. I don't know how many of you have watched this movie, but after watching it, I became very interested in technologies and computers. And somewhere in my mind, I decided, okay, one day I want to become a software engineer. Problem was that I had no idea now how to become a software engineer. I didn't know the roadmap. I didn't know what exactly a software engineer roles does. I didn't know which skill I needed for this role. I just knew that I wanted to become a software engineer. And after that reading book, I started thinking about a dream in much more detail. I still remember in my college days, I used to travel a lot by train. And you know how trains can be in India, sometimes extremely crowded. Many times I used to sit near the train door while traveling back to home, and there would be so much crowd around me. But strangely, my mind was not focused on the crowd. I used to just sit there and imagine my future. I used to think, what will happen when I become a software engineer? Maybe I'll work in some other city. Maybe I'll have a good office. Maybe I'll travel by flight. And I especially remember imagining myself coming back home after becoming a successful. Like I would come from another city, maybe by flight, reaching home, meet my family, and I used to imagine how everyone would react. At that time, none of this was real. It was completely imagination of my mind. But I was completely imagining it. But I used to think about it again and again. Now I don't want to say that because I visualize it, everything become easy. Not at all. Actually, before becoming a software engineer, I struggled a lot. For almost 4 years, things were not going the way I wanted to. I failed many times. There were many moments I was not sure that it would happen with my life. I will become a software engineer or not. And at the end point, I was also doing the sales job. I used to sell broadband connections door to door. So if you compare that situation and what I wanted to become, they were completely different, right? And at that time, I was doing sales. So yes, there was a moment when I could heavily thought, maybe this dream is not going to happen. But somehow I never completely gave up on that thought. Somewhere inside me, I still believe one day I'll get a chance. I didn't know when, I don't know how, but I felt that one day I would get that opportunity, and eventually it happened. I became a software engineer, and now when I look back, this is the interesting part. Many of the things I used to imagine during those train journey actually become real. Not exactly the same way, of course. Life doesn't follow the imagination perfectly. But the overall picture, working as a software engineer, working in different places, traveling, coming back home after building my career, a lot of those things happens. And sometimes I think, what if I had never read about the subconscious mind? What if I had never learned about visualizations? What if I didn't have the belief in my mind? Would I still have become a software engineer? Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. But the one thing I feel is that maybe I would have given up much earlier if I wouldn't read this book. Because of when you fail again and again, after some time you start questioning yourself. Am I good enough? Am I wasting my time? Should I do something else? And during that time, if you already have a strong picture in your mind of where you want to go, it gives you some kind of energy to continue. At least that is what happened with me. And this is how I understand the power of subconscious mind today. For me, it doesn't mean just sit at home, think positive thought, and everything will magically happen. No. You still have to work. You still have to learn. You still have to fail. You still have to improve yourself. You still have to take actions, but your belief matters because your belief decide how long you are willing to keep going. If you don't believe something is possibly for you, maybe you may stop after one or two failure. But if you truly believe, no, I can do this, maybe not today, but I can do this, then you keep trying. And sometimes the extra 1 year, 2 year, even a 4 year of trying, you can completely change your life. Even today, I still have many dreams. I have not achieved everything, not even close. There are many things I still want to do in my career and in my life. And I still visualize those things. Maybe after 5 years, I'll watch this video again and think, oh, I was thinking about those dreams at that time. Let's see. So the main thing I learned from my experience is, your thought alone cannot change your life. But your thought can change your belief. Your belief can change your actions, and your actions repeated for a long time can change your life. That's how I personally see the power of subconscious mind. Now I want to ask you something. Is there anything you are currently visualizing for your future? Maybe a job, a business, traveling somewhere, buying something, becoming better at a skill, anything you want in your life. And have you ever experienced something where you thought, I used to imagine this and now I'm actually living it? Let me know in the comment. And if you enjoyed this conversation, subscribe the Let's Speak and Sign. I am documenting my journey of improving the communications, one video at a time. See you in our next day. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Visualize what you wanted to be in your life, what you wanted to achieve in your life. Thank you so much.